welcome back to my channel, and today I have a book review for you today, and that is American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. This book, wow. I listened to it on audiobook because I knew that if I tried to read it, I would not get through it. So this review is going to be a little different than my normal ones. My normal ones, I usually talk about characters, plot, and romance/chemistry. In this one, we're mainly going to talk about the characters, the level of violence, and some of the sex in it. We're going to talk about that, not in like graphic detail, obviously, because it's really graphic and explicit. And we're going to talk about adaptations, being the film and the musical. And so, yeah, let's get into it. So, the main character is Patrick Bateman, and he works on Wall Street, and he's a yuppie. The writing style is really hard to get into. It took me about 100 pages to not be annoyed with it anymore, because Patrick is a yuppie, and he works on Wall Street, and they care a lot about designers and getting reservations at expensive restaurants in New York City. He's very detailed when it comes to what designers people are wearing, what brand name of like things that he buys or food he eats and stuff like that. It goes into extreme detail. And the first like 75 pages, I was like, God, shut the fuck up, Patrick. I'm so annoyed. I don't care about what everybody's wearing because it doesn't matter. Just get on with the story. So, yeah, the writing style is a little hard to get into, I will say that. The characters are horrible, but that's the point. They're supposed to be horrible. Bret Easton Ellis wrote this around the time that the book is set, and he had a very negative outlook on life and, like, the pop culture. So he wrote this to kind of show how horrible some people can be. The level of violence is a bit over the top. There's been some discussions that a lot of the over the top violence may just be a delusion of Patrick's mind, because some of these things I was like, how the fuck would you get away with that? Like, seriously. Like, some of the things he does to women, I was like, holy Jesus, Patrick. But then, like, by like the 300 page mark, I was so desensitized to it that like I said, I was listening to it at work, and I'm just like, okay, that happened. And then I was like, okay, moving on. The sex is not like it's explicit and everything, but it's not like erotic or anything. It's very mechanical and medical, kind of like it's not erotic. Like, I didn't like come away going, whew, Lord, need to bathe myself in holy water. No, it was the most, I can't even describe it. It's not erotic. It's not hot. It's not anything. Again, you get so desensitized to it that it doesn't even bother you anymore, which is kind of the point, because Patrick's so desensitized to sex and violence that it doesn't bother him. So, there you go. Like I said, I am a huge fan of the adaptations. The first one being the movie, which stars Christian Bale in the title role of Patrick Bateman. As far as adaptations go, both the film and the musical are very, very loyal. Some passages are like straight out lifted from the book. Like, I was listening to it and I was like, hey, this is in the movie, or this is in the musical. So yeah, the film, I like the film. It's supposed to be like a black comedy or like a dark comedy. Like, some of the things that are funny are not supposed to be funny. Like when Patrick kills Paul Allen in the movie, it's Paul Owen in the book. I don't know why they changed the name. It made no sense. But in the film, it's played off like very comedic, and it's hilarious. And it's hilarious to see Christian Bale and Jared Leto as Patrick Bateman and Paul Allen, like, playing against each other. It's hilarious. I love that scene. It's like one of the, like, kind of least graphic, but it's still hilarious. Like, I love the way it's played off. And that's another thing about the book. It's actually pretty funny, like, in the way that the film is funny. Like, sometimes Patrick is just talking to someone and he'll just, like, throw in, hey, I'm totally insane. Do you know I like to dissect girls? And I just, like, I, like, snorted at my desk. Like, I'm serious. People were probably like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's really funny. The same with the musical. The musical debuted, I believe, on the West End as Matt Smith of Doctor Who fame, played the 11th Doctor in Doctor Who, originating the role of Patrick Bateman. I have the soundtrack, and then it came over to Broadway, but it closed relatively quickly for both. I understand why that it's not a musical that appeals to the general audience. It's mainly like probably has like a cult following, kind of like the film does, where you either love it or you hate it, and I love it. And it's funny listening to the soundtrack. I can like pick out moments like I said from the book. They're both really loyal adaptations. The only thing is with the musical, I'm like, okay, is it based on the book or is it based on the movie? I'm pretty sure it's based on the book because some of the things that happen in the movie happen out of order, which is mentioned in some other videos, like analyzing American Psycho. Like, is Patrick crazy? Did he hallucinate the whole thing? I don't think he hallucinated the whole thing. There are some parts where I was like, yeah, that wouldn't happen in real life, but that's the whole point, is that the book, and like in the book, people are constantly being mistaken for different people. So it is understandable that Patrick would be like, yo, I committed all these murders. And people were like, ha, yeah, right, because they think they're talking to somebody else. So yeah, that is my review for American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. I did not rate this book because I don't feel, it doesn't feel morally right to rate it, because I feel like I really, like, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to give it like 5 stars or 4 stars. But I don't know. I didn't rate it because I was like, I literally do not have a rating. Because normally when I finish a book, automatically, like as soon as I close the book, grab my phone, pull up my Goodreads app, a star rating is already in my mind. Whereas this, when I finished this, I was like, thank fuck that is over. I enjoyed it while I was listening to it. Will I ever read it again? No. I'd rather go watch the film. The film's a very more condensed, less violent version of events. So yeah. I shouldn't ask if you've read American Psycho because I feel like you guys haven't, but if you've seen the film, do you like the film? If you listen to the musical soundtrack, do you like the musical? I like more people to be able to talk to about this. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!